Hey guys, hope you're all good. You join me on this glorious sunny Wednesday afternoon. I've lost track of the days because it's been Easter. Not sure what day it is. Right, I realised last week I've actually owned the Africa Twin for a year. So I just thought I'd do not a long video, not an in-depth video, just a quick video of my thoughts over the last year. I've just pulled over because I'm off to Ducati. I'm actually going to order some new tyres for this. I'm going to go for the Scorpion, I think they're Trail 2 tyres. That's from what I've worked out. My mate on his Multistrada had them. They're brilliant tyres. I'm never going to go off-road really on this. So yeah, I just thought while I was on the way to Ducati, I'll do a quick vid of the bike, how I feel about it, and a bit of this and a bit of that. The one thing I will mention now, what I don't forget, is the only thing on this bike that's not gone well or has failed is the corroded spokes. They have completely gone because they're not stainless steel. Honda, why did you fit these spokes to this bike? That is completely insane. The back one's awful. Front one's not as bad. It's pretty good, the front. So guys, this bike's been used pretty much every day through the winter and it is completely immaculate. Bar the spokes, everything is spot on. I did use ACO 50 as I said, but everything you can see is, even the header pipes aren't too bad. There's a couple of little bits of corrosion there, that's the only thing I can find. But the rest of the bike is absolutely, it's brand new still. Absolutely superb. So Honda, you've built a brilliant bike which can be used all year round, bar the spokes, which will get sorted. Not worried about those at all. It's a completely amazing bike. So yeah, just thought I'd mention the spokes before I head off, and because I'll probably forget when I'm on the bike and won't be able to show you when I'm obviously riding the bike. So right, let's get rolling and we'll have another chat about it. Right, let's head to Ducati to order those new tyres. Oh, I've got a fly in my face, get out. And we'll have a little chat en route about the superb Africa Twin. I thought I'd mount the SATNAV on the bike. For those of you who haven't seen the SATNAV mounted on here yet, I can also mount it there, but it's a bit better there. You haven't got to put your head down so far to see it, so I've got it on there. So first off, this bike, I know there's a new model out. Is it the Africa Twin Sport or something? I can't remember. It's more expensive. The seat height is huge. I'd never be able to touch the floor. So this review is obviously just about this bike, not about the latest model. It's got a different dash and stuff like that. So this is just about what I think about this model, which is a year old now, pretty much. Right. Oh, they filled the potholes up from the other day. I was on the Monster and they had potholes there, they were huge. Right guys, I've used this bike pretty much every day for work, for my commute. It's only just ticked over 2,500 miles. Bloody hell. How farmers can get away with this, I have no idea. That's disgusting. Should not be allowed. There should be a road sweeper out sweeping this. It's hideous. Anyway, so I use it every day. Obviously it's only done 2,500 miles in a year because I've always had two bikes. So for any of you say, hey, you've not used it very much, I've used it as often as I could, but obviously with now, well, got my new Ducati Monster, I'll be taking that out way more than I'll take this out. Long journeys, commuting, I use this. Monster for the fun side of things, 100% amazing, I'd be using that. But this isn't about the Monster anyway. So before any of you say the mileage is low, that's why. Because I've done the other mileage on the other bike that I had, which was the 959. That done over 2,000 miles when I sold it. So that is why. So hasn't really cost me anything. Road tax, the service was £100 about a year ago. Got another service coming up in about a month's time. Fuel economy's pretty good. For some reason on the screen it's lost my MPG, it's just blank, it won't reset. So when it has a service I have to mention that. Not quite sure what that's about, but not to worry. It's fine, not a big deal. Right, I haven't taken this on any huge journeys, but comfort for me, and I'm 5'7", is perfect. I'm a bit tippy-toey with the seat up on its highest setting, but it's so comfortable. It's like a big armchair. I know a GS is probably more comfortable and this and that, but this bike is brilliant. Super comfy for me. Faultless on the comfort department. Some people have said their arse gets a bit numb after a while, but I've not had a problem at all. No problem whatsoever. It's a bit gusty today, if you wonder why the mic's blowing around a bit. Right, so comfort's great. Performance is plenty. It does run out of puff in the higher range of the revs, but you don't use it to hoon around at top speed. That's what my Monster's for. So it's plenty fast enough. Absolutely plenty fast enough. Sound wise, fitted this pipe to it. Well, the dealer fitted it for me, and it's pretty loud. I'll drop it down a few gears now. I'm in third now. You probably couldn't hear it, but it is loud. It's brilliant. Absolutely superb noise wise in traffic. You can flip the old throttle, people know you're there. Spot on. So performance great, sounds brilliant, absolutely superb. Looks, I like the look of this bike. It can look a bit cross-eyed because one headlight stays on and one goes off, but do you know what, I like it. I think it's a good bike. It looks nice, and in the tri-colour as this is, I think it looks probably, well, I think it's the best colour. I'm probably biased because I've obviously got this colour, but I think it looks great with the gold wheels. I've got noisy person in front. So it looks superb. It's quality, pretty much faultless, apart from the spokes, which I did just mention a second ago. I can't fault it. It's very, very well put together. As I said, it survived the whole winter. I did try and clean it every couple of weeks. ACF 50'd it, and pretty much everything on it is still brand new looking. It's amazing. The spokes, obviously, that's another matter. Forget those. They're going to be replaced with stainless steel ones at some point. There's a couple of little clips on the front brake calipers that are a little bit corroded. I haven't even tried to clean them with metal polish yet. I've just left them as they are. But they, yeah, that's it. I cleaned it up, not properly the other day. I'm not going to give it a full thorough clean. It just looks brand new. Paintwork's amazing, sparkles. I think for the money, this bike is brilliant. And you've got to remember, this is my second bike. It isn't the bike I use all the time. I have my Monster for that, and I keep going on about it. But I guess if you just wanted one bike, this would do the job. So yeah, it could be your only bike, you'd love it, but I'm not at that age yet where I just want some big bike like this, touring come adventure bike. I need something with a bit more power, a bit more fun for now, until I get really old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. So yeah, you could have it as your only bike, and I think you'd love it. Or you could buy a GS like that. Watch out for the girl on a bike. Thought she had a hole in her cycling trousers, but she hasn't. It's just a badge. Right, little things like fuel economy. It was around about 50 to the gallon. That's not totally precise, but it gives you a rough idea anyway. But as I said, the MPG part of the dash has stopped working for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. Right, next thing to think about, or talk about I should say, is suspension. I think the suspension on this is just perfect for the bike. It's pretty soft. I'll do a brake now, let you watch. The whole front dives down, but that's because of the type of bike it is. My Monster doesn't do that. But that's what you expect on this bike. I don't want some firm ride that's chucking me out of the seat. These roads are pretty rough, and I can't feel any of these bumps at all. It just glides over everything. It's not something like the Multistrada that's adjustable, electronically adjustable and this and that, but it's perfect for this bike. This bike was built on a bit of a budget, in a sense, compared to the GS, the Multistrada, things like that, and it hasn't got the power of those bikes either. So I don't know quite what you would compare this to. Little things that I'm remembering as I'm riding. The mirrors are spot on. They are stable as anything. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've strapped a 60-litre bag on the back of this with jackets and boots and bits in, no problem. The luggage rack part of it is brilliant. Absolutely perfect. I've used a tank bag on it as well, which, with this tank being so steeply raked downwards, you can't just shove a normal tank bag on the bike. It doesn't fit. It won't lay right. So you've got to have one that's a bit of an angle. Gearbox is pretty smooth. There's no quick shifter, down blipper, obviously. It hasn't got that. It's not that kind of bike. But I think it doesn't need that stuff. This is fine. So gearbox, perfect. No false neutrals, can't speak. Screen. I changed the screen from the standard one because the standard one was so high and I'm not very tall. The buffeting was horrendous. I couldn't even see. My helmet was going like that. So changed it to the Touratech light smoked small screen, and it's perfect for me now. I get more wind obviously on my helmet, but that's the whole idea. I want the airflow. This peak doesn't help when it's windy sometimes, but this does, like days like this, it stops the sun going into my eyes. So that screen for me is great, but it's how high you are, as in height dependent. If you're 6 foot something, you probably want to stay with a bigger kind of screen. This would be too small. But for me, being a short arse, this screen is great. Downside to it, when it's raining, yeah, get a bit wet. But I don't like looking for a screen. I like to look over a screen. So this one is, for me, is spot on. You can hoon this around, no problem. One thing I haven't mentioned is the tyres. I've had a few dodgy moments with these tyres. Dunlop, I'm not sure what they even are. But they're not good. Anyone that gets an Africa Twin, the first thing you probably want to do, if you can afford it, is change the tyres to something better, because these are bad. I'm not going to lie. Well, they're saying that through the winter. I didn't have many moments. I just have to ride a bit tentatively, and I don't want to ride like that. I want to be able to ride, not normally, when it rains or it's greasy. I want to be able to use the bike properly, but I can't with these tyres. They're shockingly bad. So hence why I'm about to go to Ducati, which is really my local place to get tyres from. I think Gaz on the Super Duke R is about to get some new tyres fitted to that, and they're competitively priced. They're yeah, they're probably a bit B for the Pirelli Scorpion Trail 2s, I think they're called that, about 200 quid. So that's about right. And they lend you a loan bike as well, so you can borrow one of their demo bikes to have a hoon around on while they're fitting the tyres, which is even better. So yeah, the only negatives are the spokes and the tyres, but they're things that you can do something about. Well, Honda can do something about the spokes, and they should stop fitting these crappy tyres to this bike. I'm not sure what the new one's got, if it's got these or not. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure how much this bike costs anymore. I don't know what. I think this cost me 10,500. I got quite a lot of money off it when I picked it up. I'm not sure what they cost now, but for value for money, I think it's a brilliant bike, and I'm going to keep this bar for years. I'm not going to sell it. Now I know it can resist the crappy weather in the winter. 100% I'm going to keep it, because I will use it every day. So, right guys, I'll chat to you in a little while after I've been to Ducati to see the guys about my tyres. My friend, I'm stuck.
It's not cold. It's sunny. Funny.
What?
So it's not cold, but it kind of is.
Yep.
But at least it's sunny. It's nice.
It's alright.
Right.
I'm cold. Look.
You are. Yeah.
Let's head back home. Right, I've ordered my tyres. My Scorpion Trail 2 tyres. They couldn't find them on the system because of the 21-inch wheel. They do exist, so I am going to get the wheels. Going to order them in, and when they're here, I will. I'll bring my bike up and get them fitted. I'll probably keep these tyres and put them on eBay. Just chatted to a nice guy who's popped in the showroom. I think his name was Wayne. There's his R6, looking sweet. Lovely guy. Had a little chat. I think he said he noticed this dealer on one of my videos, and he just thought he'd pop by on the way home from work to see what it was all about. So yeah, nice little R6 there. It looks good. Right guys, let's head off and see what's what. Right, good to see the guys as ever. And as I said, tyres are going to get ordered and fitted at some point. Next Tuesday I'm free. Might be a few weeks' time. Right, back home the scenic way. Go and see what my kids have done to each other. I've left them at home on their own, probably having a fight or something. Wouldn't surprise me. My other half's at work. Right, so back to this bike. What's my SATNAV doing? Potholes. Saying that the suspension on this bike's awesome. So to sum up this bike, pretty good value for money, ultra reliable, as in had no issues of anything at all, mechanical, no problems at all. So pretty faultless. And I'm sure you other guys that watch this that have got Africa Twins will know what I'm talking about with the spokes. As I said, contact your dealer and complain about the spokes, because they will corrode it whether you use it in the winter or not. Even with the rain on them, they will corrode. They're awful. So, and they will replace the spokes for you, not the wheels, the spokes. Only if you put a complaint in, because it's cosmetic, not mechanical. They are not going to do a recall, which is a bit poor really, because I don't think the spokes are fit for purpose. Right, it's going to run over the things I've added to the bike. As you probably can't see, I've added a little cap on the headstock there, on the handlebars. It's a little RNG cap. Obviously the screen, front and rear crash bobbins from Evotech, and obviously I've added this little wind protector plate thing. I forgot what it's called, I'm not sure. I will put links to all the little parts I've added to this bike in the description, so check it out if you want to know a bit more. I can't remember what that was called, I've totally forgotten. I've got grip puppies on here, which they've actually worn out quite a lot, but they're actually better when they're not so fat. Just takes a little bit of the harshness off your palms when you're resting your palms. I ride like that, I don't grip tightly, but this isn't a forward focused bike, but it's just more comfy with grip puppies, I think. Anyway, personal preference, I like them, and there's nothing else you can do to this bike. I don't know, there's nothing I know that you could do to it. Oh, I guess if you want to fit crash bars, fog lights, stuff like that, then you can. I guess that's a personal thing. I'm not going to invest money in stuff like that. I'm not. It's pointless, absolutely pointless. Not bothering. Luggage, you can get panniers, I guess. Chevy do some, I guess Honda do their own ones too. But all I do, if I need to put anything in a bag, I strap my 60-litre held waterproof bag to the back and just load that up with stuff, and that's fine. I'm not bothering with not bothering with panniers, no point. Right, let's go. So you can do some good speeds on this. I thought it was a police car. No, it's not. And it just cruises along. You know, a few miles an hour over the speed limit, shall we say, and it's just, it's just stable. It's awesome. Way. So guys, I'm not sure what deals are available on this bike still. I know they sold thousands of them last year with that 0% finance deal. It's probably flooded the second-hand market a little bit, but I guess that's how it is. But not to worry, I'm not going to sell this bike in the near future. It's got a 2-year warranty, which the year comes up next month. So it's got another year's warranty after this. Maybe get rid of it next year. I don't know what else I'd get for the money. I don't know. I think this is brilliant. I don't think I'd want to have a Multistrada 950 and use it in the winter. I don't think it would be as resistant to the salt as this is, because as I said, this has been superb, absolutely superb. Yeah, pretty faultless. So I think, yeah, Honda have got it sorted. So I'm just going to stick with this, because nothing else that I want. This is an awesome bike. go and ride one. If you've not ridden one, go and test ride one, see what you think. Right guys, as usual, I'm sure I've missed something out about this bike. I can't think of anything else that I can really say about it. It's a very easy bike to review because it hasn't really got any faults. Right guys, I'm going to wrap this video up now. Nothing else to say about this bike apart from it's been, I absolutely love it. My buddy Rat, the Rat Man, has a Africa Twin he got last year, a red and black one. It's got a Termi pipe fitted to it, so we'll have to do a pipe off video at some point between my Remus and his Termi pipe. Yeah, that'd be good fun. I don't think it's warm enough, mate, to have your shirt off. It's nowhere near the warm enough. It's 12 degrees. Old geezer with his shirt off, braver than me. Any questions, let me know. Check the description out for bits I've added to the bike, any of the gear I'm wearing and stuff like that. I always miss things out when I make these videos. I'm useless. I need like a little head-up display with a script of what I'm supposed to say, so I always forget. So I hope you enjoyed this year-long review of the Africa Twin, and I will get back to you in another video about how the tyres are going, how the service has been, because the service in a month or so. I've got the first service, and obviously the new tyres will be fitted by Ducati. I could have waited to get Honda to fit the tyres, but I thought it's better to give Ducati the business, really. I've got a far better rapport with them than I have with Honda. That is for sure. But it's a lovely day to be out on the bike. I'd rather be on the Monster, I'm not going to lie, but being on a bike, it's just nice to be on two wheels in the sunshine. Feels good. Alright guys, hope you all had a nice Easter. If it has rained as much as it did around Cambridge, then you would be getting as wet as I did. It was absolutely awful. Now the sun's out, well, for a while. I hope it stays out for as long as possible. So, okay guys, I'll catch you in the next vid. Not sure what it'll be. Maybe when I get the tyres changed, I'll be able to take the V4 out again for another ride. Maybe. Maybe. Alright guys, let's put the bike in the garage. Just a couple of things that I've forgotten about to mention. Brakes on the bike are perfect. It's perfectly suitable for this kind of bike. Not super strong. Absolutely 100% fine. No problem at all. That's what I'd rather have been out on today. But took this to do this video and to chat about the tyres to Ducati. And some bits and pieces. So, okay. Right, let's go see if my kids are still in one piece, and I'll see you in the next vid, hopefully on the Monster. Alright guys, cheers.